talk. We want to hear from Lester and Leslie. Let's talk. We're on a journey, come along with me. Let's talk. We're bringing a new perspective. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk with Lester and Leslie. Welcome, everybody, to Let's Talk with Lester
and Leslie.
So, just in case you guys aren't aware, we have been talking normally. So when I set up these, we've been recording the last, 3 or 4 sessions here at my house. And I already had it set up for vocals because I record original music here and have been doing it since COVID. I was prompted to buy some things because my favorite engineer, Dan Zorn, that's his name, by the way. He's the one who mixed the entrance music to this podcast.
Fantastic.
He's an amazing engineer, but I may be misquoting, but I believe he might be from Jersey because he moved, I want to say, back to New Jersey during COVID because we couldn't record. I usually record it out of it. They call it Smash Studios now, but he used to be exclusive engineer for a company in there, and that's where I used to record. And then COVID hit and couldn't record it, not even under the table in its height. So I ended up a rapper, a hip hop artist, and also an educator. Friend of mine, Dominique Castaway, Allen, he had just set up a rig at his house, and he was like, Les, I think he needed me on a song at the time. And he was just like, Les, you got to set up a rig at home so that you can keep recording. And he told me what he did, what software and hardware that he purchased, and I mimicked most of what he did. I think he went all out and did like a soundproof room and all of that. But
yeah,
and I started to do there's a box here of like foam, like what we have around it. So, and my original idea was that I was going to take these hinges off the closet doors and fill it up, take all the clothes out and fill it up with that soundproofing or that.
Oh, that was going to be your recording area?
Like the booth. Yeah. And I kind of stopped there. I still have the foam. I can still do it. But I got the main stuff out the way, which is anyways. Mm-hmm. So since we've been recording here, I have to do a little prep. Even when we were recording at your house, Leslie, we tend to do a little prep, check some levels, act like we're a little professional in some regard. And then we kind of go at it. And we were doing it today, but right before this, we were chit-chatting and smoking a little ganja, having a little Chinese, and you guys caught a little bit of that with the singing. But aside from that, how have you been, Leslie?
Oh, well, I've been, you know what? I've been really good lately. I had a wonderful weekend.
What did you do? Inquiring minds want to know. Feel free to share as much as you like or as little as you would like. I'm not going to put the pressure on.
Yeah, none at all. None. Now, especially that the mic is on now.
That's right.
Oh, my goodness. But I don't know. I'm so fucking bashful about this. It was a beautiful weekend that I spent.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, in Michigan with my boyfriend.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're using a big B.
I know. The big B. Yeah, it means something different now. I know. Boyfriend. And it's like, it's going very well. And it was a very nice weekend with him. And it really it really was nice to be with him and connect with him, like, over where he's at. So, just a beautiful, beautiful weekend, especially now that we're coming into the season.
Autumn?
Well, yeah, I mean, that
season of pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
We just had some pumpkin donuts.
Pumpkin donuts. Yeah. I can't get away from those things right now. I really like them.
You gotta check out her Snap. Anyways, we're the season of.
That is not public.
Oh, it should be. It was funny. Anywho, we're in the season of.
We are in the season. Well, I am in the season of grief.
Oh, they were kind of a downer.
Yeah, I know.
We were
right?
over here laughing.
Yeah, well, now I'm at a point. Grief. I am at a point where I can actually talk about this.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's been so this season. It's been 5 years since the death of my mother.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, 5 years.
My God.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Especially because I remember what we were doing like the day before it happened. Are we going to get into this story?
We don't have to do that.
We don't?
I mean, no.
Because, maybe for a later time.
Maybe for a later time.
The total picture from like beginning to end.
Yeah, it's really crazy. Freaking crazy.
Yeah. But anyways, as much as you like to share. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So 5 years ago, October 24th, she had a massive stroke. And I thought that she was going to make it.
We all did. We were like praying. I remember that time we had.
Oh, yeah.
You had church people like on Zoom.
I was even like evangelicalistic praying in that. I was tapping into that. Mm-hmm. And it was like I had so much hope that she was just going to pull through. But the science was saying like this is going to take a miracle because physically there is no recovering from this. The damage is done.
Yeah. And
so I'm like, well, let's root for a miracle.
Right.
And we didn't get it.
Right.
But, like now, but before, after that, I was mad at God. Okay. I didn't know what the hell. Like I was just like, this is all stupid.
Yeah.
And
especially since you said you kind of dove into what you say, evangelical kind of the things that we were taught, right? The praying.
Yeah, all that fiery prayer and
just putting a lot of energy into a belief and a hope, and then thinking like, well, this person has sown so much into these ideals and faith. So
my mother,
now we need to cash out.
Yo.
Right?
There you go. Exactly. Because you knew who my mother was. She was a minister. She even got a degree in theological studies. Mm-hmm. Is it theological? And
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh my God. So like she was like a biblical scholar. And not only that, she had even, I remember when I went to Italy to go visit my ex-husband. She came with me and we walked around the Vatican and we went to church in the Vatican. I went to the Vatican in the St. Paul's Basilica with my mother.
What?
Yes.
I don't think I ever knew that.
You didn't? You knew we went to Italy.
If it was something that you told, well, that was what, in the 20s, when you in your
2000
20s.
Single digits. So it has to have been like 2007.
We were, even though it didn't seem like it, we were involved with a lot of stuff in our 20s. So things could definitely get muddy. I don't remember the Vatican. I remember 22. Paris, but I don't remember specifically the Vatican. So you guys went to like a church service, church service?
Yeah, with the Pope. Yeah, not Paul, the other one, George, I think.
Okay.
And yeah, he led the services. He said it in like 7 different languages. I think I still have the program from that.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I went to the Vatican and to St. Paul, and St. Paul was one of my mom's favorite missionaries.
Okay.
And that was crazy. And St. Peter's.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that was an amazing trip. But anyway, like she has like those ties to Christianity and like her closeness to God and her faith and all that. And all the church services that she kind of dragged me to. But she taught me that service matters and to not forget about the people on the fringes and that they are still human beings here. And it's just like we should not discount them. We should bring them in kind of thing. She had that heart for actual service. And I'm just like, okay, God, this is one of your people here. And she just moved into her dream home. She's in a state where she wanted to be in. You know what I'm saying? Like, she doesn't have to worry about the 8 feet of snow that comes in every now and then in Chicago.
She didn't like the winter. Oh, wait. Actually, we touched on this on the first episode when you talked about her coming down, up here from the South and not being totally prepared for the winters. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just like I was even born in a blizzard. So you can only shovel snow for so long and drive in it.
I love Chicago.
But
we've been having some mild winters, but that's another story.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Things are changing. This
global
climate
warming, next episode, global warming.
Yeah, we're cooked. But like I was actually rooting for a miracle for her because of the fact that she had devoted so much of her life to service to God and whatnot. And that pissed me off.
Yeah.
She didn't come through.
Rightfully so.
I was just like, what the hell is this?
And she had a lot of support too. Like I said, I remember the Zoom meeting. I was there for the Zoom meetings. It was like pastors from all over the city of Chicago and family members and stuff. So it was people, COVID, like really, it wasn't just you that was putting in energy. So yeah, but you said it right. Like, going back to what we were talking about with like the scary movies and stuff, like you got reality versus like you got what's in front of you that is backed by science, right? And
one of these things didn't lie to me.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
Right. Whereas the other one is like putting your energy, your faith. I keep saying energy because I feel like that's a transferable term.
It is an energy because it is transferable. There has to be some
regardless of your faith. It's always some sort of energy.
That's what I feel. So I was pissed off. She did not get the miracle that I thought that she should have. But I didn't come to that conclusion until very recently.
Okay.
You know
what the conclusion that she didn't get the miracle that you believe that she should have gotten.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that the miracle that I thought.
I'm glad that you said it that way. Yeah. I was going to ask. Did we talk about?
We did.
Feels a little.
We did. We did talk about.
Because I felt like I posed like. You in that state, you don't know what kind of conversation she was having with the divine, with God, and you don't know if that was her decision before leaving. Like, hey, I'm ready to go. Yeah. Because I remember we talk about grief. I remember on my dad's hospice bed, my mom telling him, "It's okay for you to go. We'll be okay." Whew.
We gotta laugh to keep from crying, but
I felt something come through just now. I had to stop for a second.
Oh God, your eyes are leaking with the what's going on?
See, that's why I have tissue. I prepare to a degree, and then we had that so I'm a little. The skin is a little sensitive. But no, I remember her saying that to him, and me not really believe. Like I heard her say the words. I something in me just took that as a means of energy that maybe he find some way to pull through as well, because it's positive. My mom is like a freaking soldier. She was emotional there too, like we all were, but
of course,
it seemed like she was the one holding it together the most. But I remember her saying that, and that's when the official transition happened. So if I remember right, you were still here, right? When no, you flew like the day. You recap. Let me
but
not.
This is around the time where your dad passed.
No. My dad had already passed 2009.
Oh well, right.
Yeah,
and
but you're talking about like around the time. Like the time of the year, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, this time of year for me.
Yeah.
And
it is for me because September 23rd.
See, so like the fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, the thing that's tying it to spirituality, when the years after my dad passed, I was kind of confused because I had almost equated I guess you say, feelings of grief that started dredging up around September, October to Halloween, and to that Paranormal Activity movie that I ended up watching that messed me up from a spiritual perspective because I was dealing with spirits and stuff. So for me, it was almost like a culmination of things, a culmination of negative energy that I did not like getting around this time.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's interesting, especially since death is a real thing that's close to you around that time too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
more
why
real.
I don't even like that. It's like, why put all this negative energy in one, particular season? But
that's just how it happened for us.
Yeah.
Except like I lost my dad January of this year.
Mm-hmm.
So the very beginning of this year. So I'm just like, wow, this is the 5th year since mom was gone and the 10th month since dad was gone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's still fresh.
It's so weird. I'm an orphan now.
You said that, and I think when you said that for the first time, I was around something, because I remember her being like right next to me, and I'd said that, and she had said something like, "Oh, tell her I'll be her mom," or something to that effect.
Oh no.
Oh. She didn't mean it like that.
I need to calm down.
But
because your mom is like younger than my sister.
She is?
They're about the same age.
Yeah, that might be a little weird.
Like a little bit younger. Yeah, that's why. I'm just like,
it's like your sister take with mom.
One of my sister's friends like crushing on my dad. Like,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well,
I don't want that.
Yeah, dad, your dad. See, this is a audible podcast. This is not a visual, so unfortunately, I can't really. But I think down south they probably say, "Oh, that's that attractive family. Everybody look good."
That's that attractive family.
Yeah, I'm putting it in PG words, but you'll have to see it, do your own research. But those folks from the Bible Belt, they know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, actually, yes, my family, we're all very attractive. And we are very, like, I guess you wouldn't know how old we all really are.
You got that good black.
It would take a minute.
Yeah,
You know?
got that good black. But yeah, so how are you getting along nowadays with those kind of, especially in this season? Like how's it feeling?
Right now it's gotten to the point where it's not so crippling. When there's the quote that's like, you don't grow with grief or whatever, like you grow around it. I think that's how I remember. And it's just something that becomes a part of me, because I don't know, it like after my mom's mom passed away, like it just dominoed into the fact that like all the women who raised me were all dead. They're all gone.
That's why the whole sentiments of feeling like an orphan.
Yeah, like after my mom passed, and then my mom's sister passed like a few months after that, and then the next month my great aunt, my grandma's twin sister, passed.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, what the hell? And I realized that I'm at that age now where I'm going to see my elders start to go.
Thank God you're not in a marriage right now.
Oh boy.
Let me tell you why. I love the Tyler Perry stage plays. Like I've been a Tyler Perry fan since high school. You know this Ashley Love. Oh, shout out to her.
Yes.
The one that introduced me
to the tapes that she would bring.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
She's the one that introduced me to Tyler Perry early on with just the stage.
And I'll say that when my mom saw that tape, that was the first time I saw my mom laugh.
Oh, wow.
And that was when I was like 16, 17 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That's so dope.
Yep. Thank you, Ashley.
Yeah. But in one of those plays, there was a conflict, right, between this couple who were like middle-aged, and I want to say it was Medea, the Medea character. You know, she always has all this wisdom, and she's telling this couple who they keep fighting each other. It was, Byron. What one? It was the Byron one. Anyways,
yeah, I know,
because that's not even the in the state, because he made a movie adaptation of the stage play.
Yeah, it was Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
No, that was the first. That was the first movie in the second stage play.
Okay.
I'll come back to that, because I'll Google it while you talk.
Because I remember that set too.
Yeah, but he's offering Medea is offering counsel to this couple that keeps fighting each other. And I'll never forget this. He said, this is going to be the most challenging, and I'm just kind of paraphrasing, but he was like, this is going to be the most challenging part of your life, because you've got teenage kids now who are acting a fool, and you're at this stage of life now where your parents are getting old, sickly, and elders that you've known and grown up with and loved your entire life are dying off. Mm-hmm. So, of course, it's going to be hell within your marriage, because you got your kids that's in their teenage years, so they rebelling and acting out. And you're also, on top of that, dealing with the sickness, the body deteriorating with, folks that you've known your whole life. So Medea was trying to offer counsel that you guys have got to recognize the stage of life that you're in right now and not turn on each other with the natural things that are supposed to happen during this time of life. And that's always kind of stuck with me. There's a lot of little gems in those stage plays that Tyler has. Some of them are problematic, but that one was definitely one that I remember keeping. So that's why I said
that's a good one.
That's why I said thankfully you're not married right now, because be thinking, I mean, you're not dealing with a rebellious teen, thank God.
I don't have a rebellious teen, and I actually get along with my ex-husband.
Right.
So, and his mother actually passed away like the next month after my dad died.
This year?
Yeah. So we're both dealing with
grief.
Yeah. And it's just weird because I really appreciate that we're both on the same page as far as coming together to parent, but we are friends. And
That's dope.
Yeah.
So that's like a support system.
Yeah. Like, I know that there's a capacity for what I can come to him with as far as like talking about things. But I know that capacity.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to cross that.
Yeah.
Because like there's only so much that he can give back to me that I can expect. Because like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like understanding.
Balance.
Yeah, it's about balance and like understanding where that person is and what their relationship is with you within certain boundaries and how to just keep things civil. Because we are raising a child together. Right. You know? So he's going through his shift too. But thankfully we have I have healthy relationships where I don't have to deal with that type of trauma. And you know what? That was intentional because I made sure that it didn't happen that way. Because it could have gotten acrimonious or whatever, but I was just like, no, we're going to do this the right way.
Yeah. To do this together, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But
there was a question that came to mind when you were talking about like the support.
Yeah.
Right. So my question is, what do you feel like you need or want when you're going through your grief stages, grief journey?
Well, I need the thoughts and prayers were nice, but I don't know. I would like to come in the form of a check. No, I mean, they're nice. It's nice. Because who knows, like people really don't know what the fuck to say when someone dies.
Right.
Like, it's the same shit. Oh, I'm sorry for your loss. Oh, you have my sympathy. What else?
Yeah. Some
sorry
people
for the passing.
just need some time.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's just like, when people were saying that to me, I'm just like, I'm going to get like the same freaking over like all this messages or whatever. And then I get there's like creative messages that are just like off color. Yeah. Well-meaning, but it's just like, okay, you need to take that back to marketing or workshop that because take that back before, you know. Anyway, so it's just like, I was getting all those types of messages and whatnot and support, but it's just like I think I needed quiet.
Okay.
Because there's so many like I liked the support that I had and like from people who I haven't heard from in decades, I guess. And you know that it's nice to know that people reach out to me. But what I needed, and I don't want to discourage anyone from reaching out to anybody who's grieving, because sometimes that contact means something. It's kind of like it breaks. When I did have that supportive contact that I wasn't expecting, it kind of broke me out of my thought cycle.
Okay.
Because I told you I was mad at God. I was mad at all that, everything. Faith, what is that? I was just totally denying all of that and denying spirituality too. And like I think that was like the part for me when I got that deep. But like I needed for my brain to quiet down.
Okay.
And I don't think that maybe it's not saying that the support and whatever was overwhelming, but it's just like sometimes I've felt obligated to answer back
when you didn't want
I didn't want to.
Yeah.
And especially to people who I have not made contact with, God knows when, I don't know, the last funeral, something like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I didn't want to say that I didn't appreciate it, but it's like at the same time, I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to, I wasn't at a point where I could just return the exchange.
Yeah.
Because I was in a process where I had to process all of this.
Right.
Like, I lost my freaking mom. And I'm thinking that she had at least like 20 more years to go. And I'm thinking that her faith is going to bring her through. But it didn't. And I'm here. And like, things are weird now. And like, it's just like a whole lot of things going through my head. And I think that I needed grace, because I was not responding back to everybody who messaged me. And I really don't. I think like my apology is that I am sorry that if you were expecting something back from me, I'm sorry you didn't get it, or you didn't get it like right away. But I'm just asking for forgiveness and for a little grace, because, you know, my mom died.
Right.
And
it should be,
that kind of hurt.
that grace should like always be like intertwined with the support. But
yes. Expecting an answer back, or expecting some kind of response back from someone, you know, at that time of loss, that's kind of self-serving at that point. So, well, at least that's what I feel.
Yeah.
Because grief it rolls different for everyone. There's a spectrum to that.
Mm-hmm.
People deal with things a whole lot different. I chose to deal with this death different by actually allowing myself to feel these feelings, instead of using things to cope with it, to mask it, or falling into something that was a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to get through this, because the only way out is through.
Right.
And you know, I didn't want this to affect any of my goals. I didn't want it to affect how I parent. I didn't want it to, you know, disable me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, I'm not dead yet.
Right.
I was 35, and I was planning on having like a book published, and like I had a lot of goals for myself. I was doing stand-up.
You were.
Yeah.
I just thought about that. It has been.
That was the last time I went on stage.
Oh, wow, that you've done a comedy.
Because I chose to stay here and do that paid gig, quote unquote paid gig. And instead of rush to Houston while my mom was still conscious. And I was like, okay, well, I'll go right after I do this.
Thinking that the faith is going to, like this.
I went through so much guilt. So I still haven't done stand up since then, because it still feels.
You still feel a little guilty.
Yeah, it's weird. It's
I pray that
so
you get
weird.
through that, just because I feel like your mom would have wanted you to.
A lot of people
like
say that,
and the only reason why I say I don't know why they're saying it, but I've said it. I've said it because your mom was always supportive of your creative endeavors. So I'd like to believe that she would want you to pursue them full force, especially when we talked about I think it was the first episode, second episode, where we were talking about generational curses and how you were raising your kids, my friend, my brother. And a piece of that I had mentioned was how you're living a life, likely, from what I know of you and your family, that your mom would have wanted to aspire to live. There's a level of freedom that you experience and you have allowed yourself in your life that your mom probably aspired to have, and how that's going to trickle down to Peanut and everything else. So that's why I say it. It's because I feel like you are fulfilling things that your mom would have wanted to do herself.
Yeah, it's so hard, because I wanted her to see this, like my house and the neighborhood that I'm in, and my daughter's school, and I just wanted her to be here to see it. because like she would have loved it. She would have loved everything, like even a little flower shop that's nearby, and it was rough when I was hitting these milestones because a lot of them happened around her birthday. I remember there was a fundraiser, and at my daughter's school, like not even a fundraiser, it was like a gala. They call it a gala.
Okay.
And I was just like, this is crazy. I have made it here where I am at a fundraiser gala. At this place, and I'm like, okay, I need to get over. I was about to go, but I'm like, I need to get over this imposter syndrome because I'm here, and why wouldn't I participate?
Yeah,
right.
All this, I can cuss on this. All the shit that you've gone through to be in that neighborhood, be in that house, be in that school district. The property taxes in that area that it takes to stay. I would, if they had a popcorn fundraiser, if they had a Bob and Apple fundraiser, if they had a ant chasing, I would be at every motherfucking event with the amount of money that you have to pay to be in that space. I would be at everything. So no, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
So I was really, and it was on the day of her birthday. That it's on the program too. And so I was just like, this is meant for me to go. Like the ticket was like, what, $75?
Okay.
Maybe it was $150. I don't know. It was something ridiculous, but I'm just like,
those fundraisers usually
are. Yeah. I'm like, this is a serious thing here. But there was that fundraiser there. And I'm just like, you know what? I need to be in these spaces. And
you deserve to be in those spaces.
Yeah. You know what? I got the money. And I paid for that ticket to go to that fundraiser. I did the whole little 360 camera thing. Yeah, I jumped into that. I tasted all the sample bourbons from the, person who was like doing the demos. It was a very elevated event. Like it was very nice. Very, very nice.
I believe it.
So and then they had on the TV the kids they were the high school tournaments, like the basketball tournaments that was going on, that was televised, and they had that playing with the school team playing.
Wow.
So I'm just like, this is ridiculous. This is crazy.
Yeah.
And I love this. And I deserve to be here. It's my mom's birthday.
Yeah.
And so it's like
she would have wanted you to be
She would have, like, and I'm just like, I'm grateful that even, because dates are very significant to me. Dates and numbers and things like that, because I like the way, like, making math work, even though it's probably just straight up pure coincidences, but
right.
I like making things match or coordinate.
Yeah.
So the fact that a lot of these milestones for me ended up like on her birthday or any other day that's significant, it's just more validation for me being where I'm at. And I'm grateful because a lot of it, she had a lot to do with putting me into a position where I was able to get to that point.
That's right.
A lot of Mrs. Muller, but in a different way. I was channeling a lot of my mom into that character.
Yeah. I can see that.
So that's, who I was, because she is the type of person to be like, she would make sure that these children are taken care of. Like, for real.
And they will always be, then the child is always going to be the focal point, and that came through very clear in in that. I wanted to offer really quick, I did Google while you were talking the play, and I'm glad I did because it ties into what we're talking about. The name of the play was Medea's Big Happy Family. And the reason why like I said, avid Tyler Perry fan here, especially of his early work. Not, I mean, I like the later work too, but really, I was really invested in, enthralled in the stage plays and stuff. So, what I remember about that time, he wrote this play. Ironically enough, he calls it Big Happy Family, but he wrote this play after his mom died, and he was close to his mom. And part of this major storyline at the top of the play, within the first act, the mother character, the matriarch, passes away, and their storylines is tied to it with her siblings bickering. Like I said, the one that was married and bickering with her husband. Medea coming in and saying, "Mama just died. That and other elders in your life are going to die, and your kids are acting up." She had two kids in the stage play, and they kept fussing and stuff. So it was really clear that was the storyline there. But yeah, he wrote this after his own mother passed away, and reflected that in his art, as we tend to do as artists. And she had different children going through different. Byron, that was the youngest, who actually technically was, like, when we found out, was her, not her son, but her grandson, because her eldest daughter had gotten, I think, knocked up by her uncle, and she, being the mother that she is, took in the child, adopted him as her own, so that she didn't have to walk with the shame of having been raped by a family member and also being a teen mother. So that was a huge little storyline in this stage play too. But it's funny that I was just referencing, talking about the dynamic as a joke when I said, "Thankfully you're not married," because it made me think about that scene in the stage play where Medea is counseling the daughter, who's like the middle child, fussing with her husband. They having marital issues, and she's saying, like, all you're doing is essentially you're taking out all this grief and terribleness that's going on in your life that's naturally going to happen. These are things that people don't live forever. And also, we do know that kids tend to, not all of them, but they tend to, around their teenage years, kind of get a little rebellious and act out a little bit. So it's funny that that came up in this conversation, because that whole stage play was centered around his grief, and he poured it into his art and focused on that part, like I said, that happened in the first act. So, like, he killed off the matriarch right from the beginning, so that you could see these different characters and how they work through their grief. Some of it forcibly by Medea. What kind of character she is? She comes in and kind of cleans
really
shit
have
up.
2 hours to wrap it up.
So, yeah, but yeah, there's really a lot of it.
And then you just reminded me, I wrote a play about my grief. Did I
I've never seen it. I've never heard it. I know you mentioned writing something, but I think, what did you say? You've kept it close to the chest.
Yeah.
I feel like this has been my life experience and creative experience, with the exception of the last maybe year and a half. I've always, whenever something traumatic happens, I've always poured it into something creative. I wrote a song, "I Miss You," on my first album, was about my dad. The song I had Paige when she was a little,
oh my God,
Tyler and my nephew. Yeah, that song, even though it wasn't intended to be, I don't know if I told this story before to you, but that particular song, I just wrote it. Literally, it was supposed to be about just being proud of your children. That's why I asked you to have Paige, and yeah, because they were little bits at the time, and the voices are so cute. It was so cute. But I remember when I finished the song and I left out the studio and I was in the lobby, I had a moment where, because this was after my dad passed, when I finally finished that particular song, I just took a moment and, like, tears came down, because I'm remembering like it was yesterday. it felt like my dad was like imparting what I just wrote to me.
Oh. Oh. Wow.
And it hit me after the song was done. Like I had not thought about, that connection at all until the song was completed. Like I wrote a song for my dad called "I Miss You." That was I wrote that with the intention
for that.
Yeah, but I'm so shaken up right now. I'm forgetting, and I have to pull it up on my iTunes. The Letter to My Unborn Son.
Letter to My Unborn. Yeah. That's that whole album is just that Freedom album.
Yeah.
That was
a really creative time.
Yeah. That was so good. It's cover to cover. It still hits.
Yeah.
TTYL, such a bop.
We're going to have an episode where we talk about like really the stuff that we're really, but that's one of 3 songs that were like personal to me on there. Like I had some sort of traumatic thing happen. My first kind of heartbreak was on there too. But anyways, no. So yeah, Letter to My Unborn, Be Perfect was not intended to be, I didn't think of myself at all. I was thinking about really, like I said, having a child. Yeah.
A child.
This is what I would wish for, because I feel like the ongoing thing for parents, like most parents, is that you want your child to just be the best that they can be in its most simplest form. Just be the best whatever it is that you want to be the best, be perfect with it. And yeah, that was one of those situations where it took a different meaning and it hit me. Speaking of like the stages of grief, like, I don't know about you, for me, time heals all wounds, because around this time every year, September to Halloween, I'd be emotional, a little kind of, the first couple of years I was like scared of this time, and I thought it was really just tied to Halloween, but it's like I really had to figure that out, because I was a little confused.
There's a proximity to actual death,
right? Yeah,
and then you have like this parody or the jokiness of death. So that's the kind of like weirdness in itself too, when you're actually experiencing death and then you're seeing ghosts. Ooh.
Right. All these things that kind of parallel the theme of death.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what the fuck?
Right. Like, why couldn't this be at a different time if it was on a...
I'm saying, doing like the death day in the springtime, right. Easter.
But post my dad leaving, it was a lot of different things I went through too. Like, I started to have a curiosity about like where he came from. And I remember I went to Jenkins' family reunion. I think it was 2 years after he had passed, in 2012. Me, my mom, and my nephew went. And that was really cool, because my dad's side of the family, I think I mentioned, has land in Mississippi and a business in a family cemetery, Jenkins Cemetery there, and those kind of things.
Wait, your family owns a cemetery lot? Wow.
It's legit down there. No, I'm not. I'm born in Chicago. This is where my remains will remain. But
on the next episode of Let's Talk with
Lester
and Leslie,
you have to feel the feels. And I guess for me, always being a person that allowed myself to feel feels, like when I go through breakups, when I go through heartache, whatever traumas that life throw you, I have always allowed those feelings to happen. I wasn't one to like bury it, like be embarrassed about it. I was just like, oh, this is an opportunity for me. I mean, I went through the feels, but also I was like, let me redirect the energy into something that will kind of turn things around, and also it may be of a benefit to me.